12 artists, 34 albums, a couple months of my life. I'm SKR Studios, and today I will be ranking 12 modern day pop girly artists. I've listened to each one of these albums about 5 or more times. I wanted to really soak them in and get my scores completely set. I've been listening to them nonstop on repeat, and now it's to the point where I just shuffle the playlist at work and torture myself with certain songs. The artists that I have today are Taylor Swift, Chapel Roan, Ariana Grande, Olivia Rodrigo, Zara Larsson, Pink Panthers, Sabrina Carpenter, Tate McRae, Doja Cat, Billie Eilish, Charlie XCX, and Dua Lipa. I chose these 12 artists for specific reasons, which you will see when they come up. But we're going to go from 12 to 1, worst to best. I didn't include certain artists, such as Lady Gaga, because she's been around for forever, and I feel like her music these days is more supporting her acting career than her actual artist career. I didn't do someone like Camila Cabello because I feel like her music kind of fell off and she's not one of the main pop girls that's popular right now. I picked someone like Zara Larsson because of the Stateside remix, even though she hasn't been popular in a few years. And someone mentioned Biba Doobie in my comments. I have no idea who that is, but with all that being said, if I didn't include someone or my opinions differ from yours, just remember I am a sexually ambiguous white male. Pop isn't the main genre I listen to. I like certain pop songs. You'll see that as time goes along, but this is just a fun thing to do because I listen to Stateside and I really like that remix and it put me down a rabbit hole. So enjoy me going insane for an hour or so over a genre that I don't particularly listen to very often. Oh, and one more thing while I have you out here. I'm only doing albums from certain artists from 2020 onwards. For instance, Olivia Rodrigo came out in 2021 with her first album. Taylor Swift has an album from 2009. It makes it more fair to start at the 2020s to make the amount of albums and the amount of songs more equal. So, with that being said, here we go.
I promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside.
In last place, I have Sabrina Carpenter, and the albums I listened to from her were Emails I Can't Send, Short and Sweet, and Man's Best Friend. Sabrina's an interesting case because she was on Girl Meets World in the early 2010s on Disney Channel, but she didn't have that Disney Channel pipeline like a lot of other Disney Channel stars do. She was put on commercials promoting her music, and she was in a few Disney Channel original movies, but she never really got out of that Disney Channel bubble, and even when she grew older, she was making music for Netflix movies and starring in those. And I know this, back in 2017, 2018, 2019, I was a huge fan of Sabrina Carpenter. I liked her music a lot. She was my celebrity crush. Yes, that picture is real, but the concert I went to was very small. It was standing room only, and it was maybe 2,000 people in there in 2019. But Hollywood Records finally ended their contract with her, and she was able to release her first album on its own that was more mature with Emails I Can't Send, which we will get into. But, she released that. She opened for Taylor Swift during the Eras tour, and Taylor kind of changed Sabrina's circumstances by taking her under her wing and thrusting her into this modern pop icon role that she didn't have before that. So, with that, let's get into her first album out of the Disney Channel days with Emails I Can't Send. Emails I Can't Send was released in 2022 with the title track, Emails I Can't Send. This song is about how her dad cheated on her mom, hid it from the family for a while, and somehow they figured it out, and now she resents her father. I wonder if daddy issues are going to come up in the upcoming songs and the next 2 albums after this. Throughout this whole album, it has that vibe of a more down-to-earth Sabrina, of which we don't really get anymore. And it's nice to hear, but while I can appreciate the more down-to-earth nature of these songs, I still think that a lot of them fall flat. For instance, there's a song called Nonsense, which if you've listened to the radio at all in recent years, I'm sure you've heard. It's a song about Sabrina seeing a hot guy and it scrambles her mind in a way where she's just talking nonsense. She doesn't know what to say, all this kind of stuff. And that concept seems pretty cute, pretty cheeky, but in execution, it's not very well done. It kind of sounds like she's just riffing and freestyling.
I don't even know I'm talking nonsense. I'm talking all around the clock. I'm talking home, nobody knocks. I'm talking opposite of soft. I'm talking wild thoughts. You gotta keep up with me. I got some young energy. I got the LOVE.
And her mousy vocals mixed with her talk singing and her sort of nasally vibe, which she has a lot, does not fit this. I think it's an absolute dread to listen to. You know, on the other end of it, there's a song like Read Your Mind, which I think she sings very well here. I think it's some of the best she sounded. Read Your Mind is a solid track. I think the instrumentation fits a pop song very well, even if it's a little basic. And she's riding the wave. You know, it's just about how she is being asked all these things by this guy and she doesn't know what he wants because she can't read his mind. It's simple enough. Then you got other songs like Because I Liked a Boy, which is arguably like, I know there's a title track, but this is like the song from the album. In 2021, Olivia Rodrigo released a song called Driver's License, where there was a line about a blonde girl making her doubt because her boyfriend at the time was talking to this blonde girl and really liked her and stuff like that. And unfortunately, during this time, Olivia was dating a guy named Joshua Bassett, who was her co-star, who broke up with her. It's projected that Driver's License is about Josh, and Josh then went to date Sabrina. So obviously you're thinking about a blonde girl, you're thinking about this guy who the song is about. You're going to point your finger at Sabrina Carpenter being the homewrecker. That broke them up. So, Because I Liked a Boy is a song all about the allegations of her being a homewrecker, what actually happened in Sabrina and Josh's relationship after Josh broke up with Olivia, and just her side of the story. And Sabrina released a song before Emails I Can't Send called Skin.
So I'll be telling mine. Oh, you can try to get under my skin while he's on mine. Yeah, under my skin. I wish you knew that you can't get under my skin if I don't let you.
Which was basically, you can try to get under my skin, but he's all over my skin. And that was the entire song. And I think that was like the worst execution of drama and the worst comeback to any sort of allegations of drama of all time. So Because I Liked a Boy is a huge step up, even though I think it's a pretty mid song. Sabrina, once again, just has talk singy vocals mixed with nasaliness, and I don't think it fits what the modern pop era needs. I think someone like Britney Spears can make that work, but Sabrina Carpenter doesn't have enough aura to make that work. There's a song from this album called Skinny Dipping, which I really do not like because there's an amazing chorus. I will say it's a great chorus. It's talking about Sabrina running into an old friend at a coffee shop, and you know they had beef, but they're putting their old beef aside to just talk and catch up. And I think it's great. The chorus is, "We've been swimming on the edge of a cliff. I'm resistant, but going down with the ship. It would be so nice if we could take it all off and just exist, skinny dipping and water under the bridge." I think that is actually written pretty beautifully and is a great metaphor. But then you have all the verses just being her talking. Like, bro, I listen to music to hear people sing. I listen to it for the musicality of it. I don't listen to it to hear you talk. And it just really pisses me off. This whole album has a lot of very bad tracks where she's either very nasally, very squeaky, very talk singy, or what she's talking about just doesn't matter and has been done in the past way better by way more talented people. There were some highlights that I liked. You know, Emails I Can't Send, not a terrible song, it's mid. Read Your Mind, probably my favorite from the album. Because I Liked a Boy, also mid. Decode, pretty good ending, not bad. Feather, it's a solid pop song, it's mid. But, you know, this album just has a lot of stinkers. And for these albums, I have added up all the scores that I've given each song and divided it by the amount of tracks on the album to get the average score. So Emails I Can't Send gets a 3.9 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have Short and Sweet from 2024. This is after Sabrina's song Espresso blows up, and I think you can tell that the daddy issues that started on Emails I Can't Send kind of take full effect on this album. You can tell she wrote a lot of the songs herself just because of how bad they are. One of my least favorite pop tropes is when someone tries to market themselves as a sex symbol, and that's it. I feel like in the case of Sabrina Carpenter, there were tiny little instances of writing talent or singing talent or just production mixed with her voice here and there. And it is all out the window here besides one song that I think is decent. But it's disappointing when rather than letting your music speak for itself, you feel the need to sexualize yourself to your fans, your young fans, your demographic who's probably 14 to 17, to try to sell your music. I feel like Sabrina's whole gimmick is I'm short, there's no one as horny as me that's making music right now. That's just not my vibe. And if the music was good and her vocals and the instrumentals and the lyrics could back this up, I would be, full for supporting women in this type of way. I think that being confident in your sexuality is not a bad thing whatsoever. I just think that it's poorly executed here. Taste is the first track from this album, and the whole thing is, I hope that when you kiss your boyfriend, you can feel the taste of my lips on him because I got to him first. And that's fine. That's a fine concept. I don't hate the song. But the music video, I guess she had to cast Jenna Ortega to kiss her on the lips and make out with her so that a bunch of men watch the video and get all horny and shit, and her music video gets a bunch of views. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater. But you take a song like Please, Please, Please as well. I was just talking about how on the last album I hated the talk singing. This is the talk singing in full effect. I absolutely loathe this song. I went on vacation and you go into those little shops on the boardwalk. Please, Please, Please was playing at all of them because it's so commercial and boring and she just talks and it's like, yeah, maybe the chorus is a little catchy, her going please, 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 but who cares? It's just so soulless. There's other songs like Bad Chem, the chorus just has the most ear-grating vocals you will ever hear from Sabrina. It's just... Espresso is the one song I like from here. It's not deep at all. There's certain cringe lyrics like Mountain Dew it for you, switch it up like Nintendo. My honeybee, come get this pollen. What the fuck are you even talking about? But it's catchy. I don't like when she gets showboaty at the end, but it's catchy. It's a dumb pop song. Espresso is the best song from this sexualization of yourself era of Sabrina Carpenter. Slim Pickens, dude, this was one of the worst songs I had to listen to for this video.
A boy who's jacked and kind can't find his has to save my life. Oh, it's Slim Pickens. If I can't have the one I love, I guess it's you that I'll be kissing.
And she's trying to seem more relatable and down to earth, and she's doing this weird thing with her vocals where she's talking and singing at the same time, but it's different than everything before. And she's like, well, because it's just, why are we doing this? And the lyrics are so bad. I'll just keep on bitching and moaning. Since the good ones call their exes wasted, and since the Lord forgot my gay awakening, then I'll just be here in the kitchen, serving up some bitching and what? I get it's supposed to be kind of satire, but it's just executed so horribly that it doesn't seem like satire, and that's what makes it so much worse. And she tries to do this country twang with her voice sometimes. It just ends up sounding so bad. And on the song Busy Woman, right? She's talking about, I'm a busy woman, I want to come over to your place, but if you don't want me, I'm a busy woman. Like, I got stuff to do. And the one line is, I'm flexible, so just tell me what you like. Tantric yoga, baby, namaste. If you don't want me, I'll just deem you gay. Like, when all of your songs are about the same thing, about you being short and horny and like, maybe guys are gay if they don't want me. Like, who cares? Who is genuinely sitting down? I'm sorry, I don't want to judge you, but who is genuinely sitting down and listening to this type of music and grooving and saying, oh yeah, this is good? Like, I don't get it. But this was the first album I think I listened to that I gave a song a 0 to, which was Slim Pickens, which I talked about. So overall, one of the worst albums I've ever listened to in recent years. I'm giving it a 1.9. I hope Man's Best Friend is better, because I'm really not. I just don't want to have to deal with listening to this type of thing anymore. Honestly, I thought Man's Best Friend was the same album as Short and Sweet. So, Man's Best Friend, the album from 2025 that Sabrina released after she kind of blew up with Espresso and Short and Sweet as an album. That album cover, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, I don't even. Anyway, her voice on this album, it's like she tries to do a cute baby voice, country twang thing, and mixed with like the boiled chicken ass instrumentals. It's like Disney Channel music written by a girl whose only personality is like saying sexual stuff to impress guys. Like, Sabrina makes music for the male gaze. Like, if you're a woman, like I want to know, like, genuinely, if you this whole video just seems like a Sabrina Carpenter hate piece. It's not, I promise. When you listen to this kind of music as a woman, I'll never understand what it's like to be a woman. And maybe it's empowering. Maybe it's empowering to hear a woman talk so openly about sex in such a crude and immature way. A lot of it just seems like stuff for the male gaze as a gimmick to become popular. I just don't get it. Like, oh my God, the song Go Go Juice. Like, the title alone tells you everything you need to know about the song. Go Go Juice literally means like vagina, like wetness. Like what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? At least for the last album, Espresso being the lead single, like it was like a pretty decent pop song. Manchild is one of the most insufferable choruses I've heard from a modern day pop song. Like, it is so screechy and loud and annoying. And yeah, maybe the lyrics are like, what, like, yeah, like, okay, some men, they suck. I hate men. Like, I hate men. That's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. There's a song on this album called When Did You Get Hot?
When did you get hot? All of a sudden I could look you up and down all day. When did you get hot? I think I would remember if you had a little face. I did a double take, triple take, take me to naked twist up back at your place. Baby, it's taking in the time. When did you get hot? Yeah.
I feel like this song understands her branding without being too cringe in the lyrics or the vocals. Besides the Zeus line, there's a line that's like, I bet your lightning rod is bigger than Zeus's. And it's like, okay, I can forgive that because the rest of the song is okay. But you're like, she's actually singing okay in this one. Like, she's actually singing okay in When Did You Get Hot? And I feel like if all of her music was like this, I still wouldn't like it, like, at all. But at least it would have a little bit of personality in it that doesn't just seem corporate. And, you know, the instrumental is like kind of like, it's fine, and her singing's not bad. Like, I just wish more of her music was like that. There's a song called House Tour. Like, she's comparing her body to a house, and there's one line that's,
Do you want the house tour? I could take you to the first, second, third floor. And I promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside. Baby, what's mine is now yours.
creative lyrics are just gone. Like, they're just gone. Like, at this point, you're just saying, like, put your penis in my butt. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't even want to highlight any of the other songs because I listened to Short and Sweet and Man's Best Friend 5 times each, front to back without pausing, and it was literally one of the hardest things I've ever done in a music sense. Like, listening to music is supposed to be fun, and I know I subjected myself to this video, but dear God, this shit was tough. So with all that being said, I gave Man's Best Friend a 2.0 out of 10. And that makes Emails I Can't Send a 3.9, Short and Sweet a 1.9, and Man's Best Friend a 2.0. If you add all those together, divide them by 3 because that's the amount of albums, you get a 2.6 for Sabrina's artist score. And my favorite song of what I listened to by her was Read Your Mind from Emails I Can't Send, and I gave that song a 6 out of 10. And the worst one wasn't even from an album, it was Skin, the single that I talked about. And I gave that a 0. Like that was absolutely terrible. If you want to say a song from an album, I gave House Tour a 0 as well. Just a very bad look for Sabrina, and easily the worst discography I listened to for this video.
Trying on shoes, putting on glitter, anything to make me a little less bitter.
In 11th place, I have Tate McRae, and the 4 albums by her that I listened to were the One Day LP, I Used to Think I Could Fly, Think Later, and So Close to What. Tate McRae is Olivia Rodrigo's less talented friend, and you probably know her from songs like Greedy, Sports Car, and other stuff like that. But the thing about Tate that's different than everybody else on this list is that she was a dancer before she was a singer. She was on So You Think You Can Dance at 13, and she competed in season 13 of that show. She finished, I think, in 3rd place, and as the highest placing person in Canadian history. Yes, she's Canadian. Maple syrup, snow, other stereotype. She then went on and made a YouTube channel and a series called Create with Tate. She launched her YouTube channel in 2011, but in 2017, it blew up with her original song, One Day, which is on the One Day LP. She wrote it in an hour, you can tell, and she got like millions of views and a bunch of record labels that were very, very interested in her. So she signed with RCA Records in 2019, came out with some singles, and released her first album, LP, the One Day LP, in 2021. The One Day LP is basically a bunch of studio versions of songs that she posted on YouTube, as well as some other tracks that she made for the album specifically. She was 17 at the time, so a lot of these songs are about love and loving people at school and stuff like that. You take the song One Day, it's very juvenile, not in an immature way, just her talking about being in the halls of school, and this whole song is about how she's shy and she wants to like this guy and go after him, but she's too introverted to do so, and it's pretty basic, but once you realize that it was written in an hour, it becomes a little bit more impressive. The musicality of it in her voice is really what turns me off from Tate McRae as an artist as a whole. She's got this very whiny baby voice. She does this cursive singing.
I've understood that you will never be mine, and that's fine.
It doesn't really get better over time. It's kind of just how she sounds on all of her songs, especially on this album because it's her first one and she was learning how to sing with higher production than she's used to, and I just don't really think it fits. Then there's another song in this album called Shoulder to Shoulder, which I actually don't hate. It was my favorite from the album. Once again, it's a pretty basic concept, just talking about how she will be with someone next to them to help them get through the hard times in their life. It's a slower song, it's a ballad. I feel like her voice kind of fits the slower ballad more than it fits the upbeat, dancey pop songs. Even though she's not really singing very well on this one either, I can respect it more because she's not trying to go for a genre that she's not good at. The last song that I want to talk about from the One Day LP is Hard to Find, and this is the worst case of her vocals on this album.
Who are you? It's like you wanna start a fight, but when I'm the spotlight, suddenly it's alright. You're in plastic.
It is just so baby whiny. The way she sings sounds like she can't pronounce R's right and they're W's, and it sounds like she has a speech impediment. And you can really tell that she was a dancer before she was a singer. And even though she had that YouTube background of singing, I think honestly, at this point in her career, she wanted to become famous as a singer because it's an easier way to get famous and then show off her choreography and music videos and on stage and stuff like that. The One Day LP, if I add up all the scores of the songs and divide it by the amount of tracks on the album, you get a 2.8 out of 10. So not a very good look for Tate. Not much to say about this one. Very juvenile, but this was her first full-length album, so it makes sense, and I can't judge it too harshly because of that. I Used to Think I Could Fly from 2022 is the next album she released, and somehow the singing gets even worse here. I just don't understand when you're a singer, how your talking voice can sound so much different than your singing voice in a negative way. Obviously, you have singers out there who their talking voice is normal and then they sing and they blow you away. But with Tate, she talks normally. She doesn't have a speech impediment. Her voice isn't even very high.
Definitely my alter ego talking. I call her Tatiana. No, seriously. Like, I literally have an alter ego that I call Tatiana.
When she sings, she just slurs her words. She sounds like she has a speech impediment. She sings so high. She doesn't hit those notes.
Like I always expected you would. Stop believing all your friends now. Cause they all say that you get bored. I feel it.
And there's like no other song that proves that better than Hate Myself.
Fell back when you got closer. After I just put you right through hell. You couldn't hate me more than I hate myself. So selfish and shit I hadn't dealt with. After I just put you right through hell, you couldn't hate me more than I hate myself.
Hate Myself is a song all about, you're mean to me, but you can't hate me more than I hate myself. The way she sings it is just so devoid of any emotion or writing talent, and everything. Any kind of talent is just not there, and it's like she sounds like she's cocky talking about how she's hating herself, and that's not what you want. You don't want to hate yourself. Like, what do you like? Why are you proud of it? There's also another horrible song from this record called "Feel Like Shit." This is even worse writing than the last song. She's talking about how she had this breakup kind of situation with this boyfriend or someone that she likes, and how they're not calling her back, and she's thinking she might die, and she can't sleep, and she just feels like shit.
Oh, shit. Feeling like a saggy, massive sack of shit. Oh, shit. Big ol' motherfucking duffel bag.
And it's like, okay, that's it. You're just talking about it on the surface. There's no metaphors. There's no, interesting writing, no interesting singing. The way her vocals are layered on top of each other, you thought the last album was minimal with its production. At least it was better than whatever this is. This production is just awful to listen to, mixed with her voice, which is awful to listen to, and then the writing, which is bad too. I honestly, let me look it up. Okay, did she write this song? She did, but there were 3 other writers on it, so I don't know, man. It doesn't take a lot of people to write a bad pop song. It's hard to even really put into words how bad these are and not retread what I'm saying over and over again about all these songs, because it's just pop slop. Someone who wants to get out there, wants to get famous with something else that's not singing, and you can clearly tell that's what it is. It's tough because you listen to a bunch of mediocre songs over and over, and it gets to a point where you just end up thinking they're all bad instead of mid. And they're not all horrible. They're just so nothing and so sloppy. You end up hating every single one because they all feel the same, and your mind feels like it's mush. Anyway, the last song I want to talk about from this album is I Still Say Goodnight, which I don't hate. The whole point of the song is her boyfriend stopped saying goodnight to her, but she still says goodnight to him, and the whole song is about how she puts more effort into the relationship than he does because she's still doing all these things, but he's not really doing anything, and it seems like he doesn't care, but she cares. And yeah, the vocals are still bad, and the production is still a little bit tough to listen to, but at least the concept of the song is a little bit less juvenile, even though I think maybe the goodnights they're talking about are over text. But at least it's something relatable that's relatable past high school. And you can relate to putting more effort into a relationship than someone else can. So I think it's a good way to end the album, and it's one of the highlights from the album, even though I still don't like it. This album was like literally such a dread to listen to, especially because I listened to it 6 times really to just soak it in and know what I'm talking about. And when you listen to that kind of music over and over, it really just makes you lose brain cells. Like everything felt kind of the same, felt like there was minimal effort. And like I said earlier, it's just slop. So I used to think I Could Fly gets a solid 2.1 out of 10. Tate's third album, Think Later, from 2023, is probably the one that most people know her from. This album really is kind of what pushed her into the mainstream and on the radio. And this is where one of my least favorite pop tropes comes in, where rather than letting your music speak for itself, you feel the need to sexualize yourself, and that's exactly what Tate does here. I know that she's a dancer, and certain dance moves can be a little bit sexual in nature, especially when you're a girl in the modern pop scene. It's a little bit hard to get away from that. Seems like Tate is doing what Sabrina Carpenter does here, where she's trying to sexualize herself for the male audience to become her fans and to sell her music that way. And she doesn't have the talent to back up doing this. It just seems like a last-ditch effort to try to become more famous, and it worked. I just hate it. Her music is bad. The song Greedy, that you probably know, is one of the worst choruses I've ever heard. Can't even understand what she's saying because she's so whiny, and that baby voice is just in full effect here. I also think, once again, the production layers her voice in a way where it makes it even harder to understand her, but that's probably because her vocals are so bad that you have to layer them to make them try to sound better, but they still sound bad. The other song that is popular from this album is X's, which is just so funny. It has some of the most hilarious lyrics I've ever heard from a modern day pop song. One of the lyrics here that my fiance and I make fun of all the time is "changed my mind up like it's origami." What? You fold origami. You don't change it. What do you like, what does change my mind up like it's origami mean? Like, change my mind up like it's an ATM? Okay, yeah, change. Like, okay, that's cool. Or like, fold my thoughts like it's like something. Like anything would have made sense, but that just doesn't make sense. And once again, you can always tell when someone writes their own music, and this is one of those clear signs because it makes no fucking sense. And she has like no writing talent or no singing talent. And yeah, she's a talented dancer, but she's using that talent in dancing to sexualize herself. So it just, I know I'm ranting, and I know I said the same exact thing about Sabrina, but I've never met a female fan of Tate McRae. I've met female fans of Sabrina Carpenter, even though most of her fans that I've talked to are male and like her because she sexualizes herself. Tate, I feel like she sexualizes herself, and only men listen to her music or watch her music videos because they think she's conventionally attractive. And it's like, I just hate that trope. There is a song, though, on this album that I didn't hate. I actually thought this album wasn't the worst thing I've ever heard overall, even though it has some of her worst songs. Calgary is a song about her hometown and about Canada. And, you know, it's nice to hear her finally get a little bit more emotional in a song and have a better vocal performance than something on the One Day LP, because at least here it seems more sincere and doesn't feel like it's filler ballad to just try to draw emotion out of your fans. This one actually feels like a true hometown love letter. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I can appreciate it, especially when I listen to so much slop. This did feel like a breath of fresh air. The title track, Think Later. Also not like completely terrible, but still pretty bad, all things considered. It was one of those breath of fresh air things because it's the title track. It has to be a little bit groovy and a little bit good, and it's catchy. And, you know, she's talking about how she's just living her life, doing stuff without thinking, and that's a little bit relatable. But overall, this album was like a slog to get through, and some of it was a very nice change of pace compared to her last two albums, but a lot of this album was just problems I had with the One Day LP and I Used to Think I Could Fly, elevated to 11 to become radio hits, and it's just some of the sloppiest, just corporate sounding music I've ever heard in my life. It sounds like she honestly just went to the record label and picked it off a shelf and was like, okay, I'll sing these lyrics and I'll sing to this beat, and I can't get behind it. So Think Later is the best one so far. It gets a 3.9 from me. Her last album, So Close to What, which released in 2025, is, spoilers, her best album. There were some songs here that I was actually truly grooving to. I listened to so much Tate McRae, what the fuck? I listened to so much Tate McRae that when I listened to this one, I just couldn't do it alone, and I had to call up my friend of the channel, Bennion, to listen to this album with me, and...
Wait, can I do something to get ready?
Yeah.
No, it's not anything crazy. No. I just need to take my pants off.
Whoa!
Are you recording right now?
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not including that. I'm not including that.
I'm ready.
All right. What is she doing?
How do you even hit that pose, bro?
Do you think she invited them, or they're just there?
She just rented out this place to film, and they were just there. They came with the price, bro. Ew, what the fuck
That's
are you doing,
unnecessary.
bro? Do you think like this music video is this reflecting the lyrics of it?
Well, it's called Two Hands, and there's a car, a sports car.
Oh, so like two hands on the
wheel.
steering wheel.
Oh my.
Yes, bro.
Dude.
Oh my god.
She's
bro.
a genius.
Shit, I just made the whole connection right there. That's crazy. But she has one hand on it. Okay.
Why is it like a commercial? It's a backdoor car commercial.
Holy shit, she's skirting though. That's crazy.
Do you think she's actually driving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she just ripped that shit, bro.
She's built different.
What?
I can't read that.
It's just the lyrics. I feel like they just did random things and were like, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Let's just add this.
why is the video obsessed with
Why
milk?
is that? Yeah, I was about to say. What the fuck?
I will say the song is still not bad.
Yeah, this is like one of the better songs off the album, like genuinely. But I still don't get the music video.
Yeah. This should have been the music video for Sports Car.
Yeah. Does Sports Car have a music video? It does, right?
It does. Oh shit, choreography.
She just... Okay, that's fire.
Where'd the car go?
I don't know, they had to make room.
Oh, there's another one.
Dance. Damn, she's flexing, bro.
The pitch was, I want to show everybody I have two cars.
And one of those toy cars.
Yeah, yeah. And I really like milk.
Yeah. It was a really
what
weird
the fuck
pitch.
is she doing?
Well, I don't even know, bro.
Did you...
the fuck?
Did you see earlier? Hold on.
Fire.
Where it said, guy eats cereal in background or something?
Did it say that? Why the fuck doesn't point that out?
Oh my god. That's so peak.
That is that music video is better than the song itself. Honestly.
I agree.
Yeah, peak, man. I give it a strong 10.
A strong
Yes, sir.
10.
That was a good reaction.
Yeah, you wanna plug yourself?
Plug myself. Oh yeah.
Oh whoa!
Oh my god, I was so confused, bro. I was so confused. Wait, yeah. Let me do that. Yeah, so if you like the reaction, everybody, go subscribe to Bennion on youtube.com. Is it youtube/bennion.com? No, wait, youtube/benonion.com.
Yeah, here it is. I'm subscribed.
Yes, sir.
I have notifications on too.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Look, wow. Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
Go watch.
Good plug. For some reason, the first few tracks here are actually pretty good. Like, pretty solid, fun pop songs. Nothing I would add to a playlist, but her voice improved, the production improved, stuff was groovy. If it was on the radio or it came on, I wouldn't skip it. Like, I'd vibe a little bit. It wasn't terrible. Like, there's a song called Blood in My Hands featuring Flo Milli, and like, this really grooved.
Play in the streets, but you know me, I ain't going for that. I hit the club and I'm throwing it back. Won't walk through and them niggas attack. So when they call, I answer that.
I don't even care what it's about. I don't even really know what it's about. Honestly, like, I don't even care because the music sounds good. It finally sounds good. And maybe it only sounds good comparatively to songs that were fucking terrible, but it was just such a nice refresher. Then you get to a song like Purple Lace Bra, and I was like, fuck, is the album going downhill? Are we about to get a bunch of bad, sloppy songs? Because, once again, the sexualization of Tate McRae. She's got to be talking about a purple lace bra. She's talking about how she's attracting all these guys because she's expressing herself, and I don't know, like, once again, it would be good if there was talent and good singing and good music to back it up, but there's not. This song I genuinely really like. A song that I gave a 9 out of 10 to. Never in my wildest dreams would I imagine a Tate McRae song is in my favorites on Apple Music, but it is. Sports Car takes everything wrong with Tate's gimmick and makes it good. She's not whiny singing in this one. She's genuinely just whispering the chorus, and because she's whispering instead of singing, it elevates the song to a different level that's better than all of her other music. It's about this song. The subject matter is fucking stupid. Sports Car is about she's basically having sex in a sports car and riding her boyfriend while she's driving, and how I guess he's beating his meat while looking at her, and she wants to do it on the beach and in the back seat and in her room and stuff like that. And it's like, there's nothing deep here, but the way she sings it and the way the instrumental comes together and the fact that she's not whiny singing, but she's just whispering in the chorus, ties the song together, man. I don't know what to say. Like, I genuinely think this is a solid ass pop song that I would genuinely groove to, and I have. Like, I played it in the car while driving, and I think it's actually pretty good. It's just crazy to think about having a Tate McRae song that I actually like. And honestly, Sports Car and like the average of all of her albums being higher than Sabrina is the main reason that I put Tate above Sabrina. I think they're pretty much similar, and I think of them in the same way and in the same light. But Tate has one song that I actually like, and Sabrina doesn't really have a song that I actually like. It's crazy, man, but Sports Car is one of my favorite songs that I listen to for this, even though she says "Oh golly gee" as the third line from the song. So this album, having some pretty good, having some really good, and having some bad and some mid, ended up giving it a 5.0 out of 10. If you add up all 4 albums and divide them by 4, you get a 3.5 for Tate's artist score. I gave the One Day LP a 2.8. I used to think I could fly a 2.1, think later a 3.9, and So Close to What, a 5.0. My favorite song was obviously Sports Car from So Close to What, and my least favorite was Feel Like Shit from I Used to Think I Could Fly. Let's get into the 10th spot. In 10th place, I have, I shit you not, the most boring person on this list. Like, I think Sabrina and Tate are worse and they make like objectively bad music. But when you make music that is so mediocre that I can't even remember any of your songs and I don't know how to speak about it, that just makes it so much worse. Swedish pop star Zara Larsson, who apparently has a bunch of songs I didn't even know were her, just broke out of her Kia Asylum. Have you ever heard of that? I don't even know what that means, but she just broke out of the Kia Asylum. So I couldn't find the origin, but apparently the Kia Asylum, whatever it is where like unpopular pop stars are stuck in, and then they get out of there when they get more famous. But she just broke out of the Kia Asylum with Stateside. She featured on the Pink Panthers remix. I figured I would like include her on this list because she's starting to blow up a little bit more, and she has a lot of famous songs like the All Night All Summer song or whatever.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, my day.
Oh my god, her discography is so boring. I don't even remember. I think she won like some sort of Swedish American Idol style show, and that's how she got like discovered and stuff like that. But she makes the most mid music ever. All right, let's go over the albums. We got Poster Girl, we got Venus, and we got Midnight Sun. The first album I will be talking about is Poster Girl from 2021. This album literally has no standouts. I either gave everything a 4 or a 5, and that was it. Everything was completely mediocre. All the beats sounded the same. Her vocals are average, like they're fine for a pop star. They're not bad by any means, but they're just there. There's literally no song on here that I can even remember, and I listened to this album like 5 times, maybe more, maybe less. I don't even know. Like I'm gonna splice in some clips of different songs, but I genuinely can't point one out to you, and that's how mediocre this album is.
Falling for a friend. Falling for a friend. Ooh, baby, don't pretend that you don't feel it too. I know you do. Oh, baby.
It's nothing. It's nothing. There's nothing of substance here. There's nothing unique. There's nothing that makes me interested. There's nothing that makes Zara Larsson stand out. This album is just nothing. With that being said, I gave Poster Girl by Zara Larsson a 4.8 out of 10, a little less than mid. And once you listen to a bunch of mid songs, they all start sounding really, really bad and annoying. So next up, we have Venus from 2024, and this album, it's even worse. Like, oh my god, all of these songs are so nothing. There's one song that I absolutely hate called One of These Guys. Just listen to it.
None of these guys got nothing on mind. Either too short, either too high. Yeah, none of these guys got nothing on mind. None of these guys got nothing on mind. They don't ever school, they don't ever side. None of these guys got nothing on mind.
it sounds like it's stuck in like 2011 with the whole like changing pitch, repeating the same thing over and over. Like it's so nothing. It's so nothing. There's no substance here. There's nothing for me to chew on. It's slop. It's just slop. I gave the majority of songs a 5. I gave none of these guys a 2, and I gave some other songs a 3 or a 4. But like, holy shit, my mind just glazes over. I can't remember anything from this album. I'm giving Venus a 4.5 out of 10 because that's what I gave it. That's really all I got for you on this review. Next up, we had Midnight Sun from last year, 2025. This album, and actually, like, I feel like she's kind of developing a signature sound and vibe instead of just making boring slop all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still some slop here, but it's not the whole album like the last two. Midnight Sun, the title track, the first track, this turned into a TikTok dance. It's catchy, it's fun, it's vibrant, and light. It's light. Zara Larsson now has the vibe of a Winx fairy in her makeup, in her music. This is fun, it's very summery, it's light, it's airy. I could see myself, this turns on the radio, I'm not gonna change it.
It's the midnight sun kiss, get under the red sky, laying on your chest like this. Hold me like the pebbles in your hand, initials in the sand, yeah. Summer isn't over yet. Skinny dipping with your heart out is my favorite part. Now we ain't gotta tell no one. A never-ending midnight
There's like really, really, really mediocre songs here. The rest are pretty mediocre. Pretty Ugly. I think that's pretty good. Like on par with Midnight Sun. I don't even know, man. It reminds me of Holla Back Girl by Gwen Stefani or whatever her band group is named. I don't know.
Have you ever seen a pretty girl get ugly like this? Nasty like this? Losing her shit. Have you ever seen a pretty girl get ugly like this? Nasty like this? Losing her shit. Few times been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. 'Cause it ain't no holla back girl. Ain't no holla back girl.
I don't even fucking remember what this song's about. I don't even care. Welcome to the shortest section of the video, bro. Midnight Sun, I guess it's the best album of the 3 that I listened to by her, but they're all slop, nothingness. I gave Midnight Sun a 5.5 because at least it's a little bit better than mid and not like a little bit less than mid like the other 2 albums. But you add all 3 of those albums together and divide it by 3, which is the amount of albums I listened to. And Zara Larsson gets a 4.9 out of 10 for her artist score, which is like the most perfect artist score out of anyone on this list because she's so mediocre, but like it's so boring that it's like literally like 0.1 under mediocre. So 4.9 is perfect. My favorite song that I listened to by her that isn't stateside is Midnight Sun, and the worst one is None of These Guys. And you already know that because I mentioned those songs and no other songs because they're all really boring and nothing. So there you go. On to 9th place. God, I'm bored.
Can you stay up all night? Fuck me till the daylight. 30 for 35.
Ariana Grande is a celebrity that needs no introduction. You know her from Victorious, Wicked, acting black in the past, being super skinny, having a weird relationship with her co-star on Wicked. You know her from making the SpongeBob musical guy cheat on his wife with her, all that stuff. I had the displeasure of listening to her 2 albums from this decade. One was Positions, one was Eternal Sunshine, and now you get to see me talk about those 2 albums, so let's jump into it. Positions is an album released in 2021. You know the songs, 34 plus 35, Positions, POV, but there's a lot of other songs on here too, and none of them were standouts. A lot of them were very boring. Ariana does this thing with her voice in a Mariah Carey type of way where she of course needs to showboat, and that's this entire album with the most boring instrumentals of all time. Shut Up is the first song off this album, and it kind of sets the stage for what the entire album is going to be. I don't hate this song by any means, but she is doing this vocal run with her voice when she's singing Shut Up, and I think it's a little bit overdone and overblown. And throughout this whole album, she is doing those vocal runs and trying to show off her vocals and impress us. But I think it would be much more impressive for her to sing and show off her vocals without being so over the top and so honestly just obnoxious about it. There's another song called My Hair.
Down for you.
This might be the stupidest subject for a song that I have ever heard. Ariana Grande pretty much like fried her hair in the past when she was dyeing it red to be Cat and victorious, and that's kind of why she wears it in the ponytail and all that, because her hair is so damaged. But this entire song is like, listen, I'm gonna tell you how to touch my hair, how to caress it, because you might mess it up, and I usually don't let people touch my hair. I'll let you touch it because I like you. And it's just so dumb, and at the same time her vocals are just so overblown and overdone, and it's like I can't take the song seriously because of the lyrics and the subject matter, and there's not even really like a good sounding vibe to the song at all, so it just turns into this mess. And it's funny, like it's enjoyable because it's funny, but it's really not good. Ariana also gets pretty sexual on this album, and I don't really know her past work well enough to know if this is a newer thing, but I feel like Thank You Next was the album before this, and it didn't have as much like sexual energy to it, and it's fine to sing about that. I just think it's kind of poorly done here, especially like on the song Nasty. She's obviously talking about, you know, wanting to get nasty, wanting to have sex, all this stuff, and that's fine. Like, express yourself, girl. You have a song called 34 plus 35 on this album, which, you know, equals 69. Haha, so clever. But like, one of the lyrics is, I just want to make time for you, yeah. I swear it's just right for you. Like this pussy designed for you, yeah. 10 out of 5 on you. And I was like, I don't think that the lyrics really make this subject interesting by any means, as well as like the singing doesn't really make it interesting. I think the chorus is like catchy. A lot of Ariana verses, like it's just these like 808 beats on this album, and she's just kind of like singing the same over all of them, and a lot of the songs blend together and they feel the exact same, which is disappointing because there are a lot of Ariana Grande songs from the past that were popular that I actually thought were like pretty solid pop songs, like the One Less Problem song, Bang Bang, like, you know, all those types of songs. Like, I just feel like she kind of lost the sauce with this entire album. Positions is another song where she's just like singing over another like 808 beat, and I guess it's like a little bit different because it has more production style to it, but it really just feels sauceless. Like, she's pretty much just talking about how she'll like do whatever her man wants her to do. Like, she'll cook in the kitchen, she'll be in the bedroom having sex, she'll drive around, I don't know, like it's cool. And I guess like the positions is like a double entendre, like, oh, I'll do different positions in the house, but I'll also do different positions in the bedroom.
Switching in positions for you. Cooking in the kitchen and I'm in the bedroom. I don't need a lift, they say I'm pumping through holes. All my love infinite, nothing I wouldn't do, but I won't do. Switching
This is the title track. This is what the album is named after, and it's just so mediocre. And this whole album, the songs just really feel all the same. Like, I'm gonna play a song from the first half of the album and the second half of the album right now back to back, and you tell me if they really sound that different at all.
no shit got me right where you want me, baby. Could I be more obvious? Hard to think when I'm under you. Tell you all of my dirty truth. Now you got me off track. I've never been this scared before. Feelings I just can't ignore. Don't know if I should fight or fly, but I don't mind.
At the end of the day, Positions isn't the worst album I listened to for this video, but it was very boring and felt very samey, and I don't like baby voice with the overblown show-off vocals, and I just wish that she made it a little bit more tame and tried to have a little bit more style, because Ariana Grande has the aura of a pop star. She's one of the most famous pop stars in the last 20 years, but I feel like there's nothing unique about her besides her look with her hair, and her music just kind of doesn't really speak for itself. So I'm giving Positions a 4.2 out of 10. Let's go on to Eternal Sunshine from 2024. This album came out after all the drama of the SpongeBob guy cheating on his wife with Ariana Grande. I don't really know all the drama, but I know that there's a song from this album called Yes And that was the first single, and it's basically talking about, yeah, you might be seeing all these headlines about me being a homewrecker, and you might think that I'm a jerk, and you might, talk bad about me on social media, but I don't really care anymore. Yes, and what? Keep going. Keep talking shit. Say it with your chest. And that's this entire song. And whatever, it's kind of a bad response to the drama, but I guess it's tough. Maybe it's tough for Ariana Grande fans. I don't really know. But I just think that the song is boring and it doesn't really have much to offer besides the whole drama aspect of it. But I will say, there's a song called Don't Want to Break Up Again, and this is one of the most emotional songs I've heard from Ariana. I think that Eternal Sunshine is much better at handling her talent mixed with the production, and all the songs do have different vibes to them while feeling like they belong on the same album, because Positions was very samey, very nothing. I feel like anyone could have made that album, but this album is more R&B style. It's more Mariah Carey-esque. It is more personality driven, and I do appreciate that. I think that there are more personal songs on this album for Ariana, and it makes sense. She waited 3 years to release another album when usually she releases them in 2 years, maybe 1. My favorite song from this album was The Boy Is Mine, which I'm pretty sure is about the SpongeBob guy. I think the chorus here is absolutely electric. And her voice sounds amazing on it. The instrumentation is also the most interesting instrumentation out of her entire 2-album discography that I listened to for this video. She's talking about how he's made for her, he's hers, all this kind of stuff. She's in love with him, she's fallen for him, and how that's her man's. It's basic in concept, but the music sounds good, so I'm more forgiving of it versus her other songs, which I'm less forgiving of because they either don't sound great or the concept is just weird, like the My Hair song. And the last song I want to talk about from this album is I Wish I Hated You. This obviously is a song about, a person in her life that she's still attached to, that she doesn't really talk to anymore, that she wishes she hated, but she just loves them and can't help but love them. And that's a very relatable thing. And it also doesn't sound terrible. I really appreciate that Ariana really took a step up from Positions to this album, not only with the production, not only with her vocals, not only with her personality, but with the sentimental value of all these songs, and they feel so personal. I'm giving Eternal Sunshine a solid 5.8 out of 10, which isn't great, but it's much better than being mid. I mean, it is still mid, but it's much better than being so mid that it's kind of bad. So overall, you add up the 2 albums from Ariana Grande that I listened to, you divide them by 2, you get a 5.0 for her, which I think pretty much describes her well. I think she's a pretty mediocre artist, and out of all the mid artists that I listened to for this video, I think she's like close to the bottom of mid. And my favorite song from her discography that I listened to was The Boy Is Mine, which I think I gave an 8 out of 10 to. And my least favorite was My Hair, which I gave a 2 out of 10 to. So overall, I hope Ariana comes out with more albums like Eternal Sunshine, even though, you know, it's not really my vibe, all things considered. And let's get on to the 9th place spot. Or 8th. Are we on 8th? 8th place?
I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard. Big diamond in the dark. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard.
Charli XCX was the queen of pop in summer 2024. But like a lot of other pop artists, her rise to fame is really, really uninteresting. She started posting songs on MySpace in 2008 and was signed to Asylum Records in 2010. In 2012, she had her first #1 with a feature on Icon of Pop's I Love It. Yeah, the one where it's like, I got that feeling on the summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into the bridge. I was a let it burn. Her first album debuted in 2013 and flopped pretty hard. And all of her music is kind of this club music. And with her first album of the 2020s I listened to, you can tell even 7 years into her career, she was still figuring out how to make club music. Her albums that I listened to were How I'm Feeling Now, Crash, and Brat. And How I'm Feeling Now, from 2020, has the worst production I listened to from an album for this entire video. The sounds don't blend, it's just loud kicks, drums, vocal chops, and leads plastered on top of each other like it was made on GarageBand without any sort of a semblance of production quality. Pink Diamond is one of the worst songs I listened to for this video. It not fit whatever she's trying to do with the song, but the instrumentation is genuinely horrendous and ear grating, and this is the entire song. And I was talking to my friend Bennion that I mentioned earlier on the Tate McRae section that watched the music video with me. He said this song has like an 80 on Album of the Year. How? C 2.0 or whatever has this quality to it, but worse. It is easily the worst song from this album and from Charli's entire 3-album discography of the 2020s that I listened to. It's to the point where during this album, I was genuinely sitting in bed getting headaches because of how poorly mixed these songs were. I'm giving How I'm Feeling Now like a 2.8 out of 10. Crash from 2022 is a huge step up from How I'm Feeling Now. This album sticks to mediocre club songs I could vibe to in isolation, but there were 2 songs I genuinely loved and would bump and have been bumping on the daily, which I can't say for a lot of artists I listened to for this video. Good Ones is one of my favorite songs from this album, and it mixes Charli's slutty charm with a club sound, and the mixing is incredible. The first time I listened to this song, I kept wanting it to make certain choices in the musicality of it, and it blew me away with how inspired those choices were when they kept popping up.
I wish you gave me a reason that you were better at leaving, that you got your kicks from seeing me low. I always let the good ones go. Don't want the kisses unless they're bitter. I'm hooked on touches that leave me weaker. I
It's a song about how she keeps bad guys and lets good ones go. Whatever, bro. Who's listened to Charli XCX for deep and emotional lyrics, especially at this point in her career? It just sounds good. It sounds like something I would blast in the car late at night, or something where I would go to the club and just shake my ass while a bunch of club lights are coming on me. The other song I really like from this album is Beg For You, which not only has a fitting feature, but also samples Cry For You by September, which was a big clubbing party song in the 2000s era. I remember hearing it all the time at big Italian parties my family would have, and it was just a song where you'd be at a big Italian wedding and everybody would come onto the dance floor and go crazy for it.
You'll never see me again. So now I'm gonna cry for you. You'll never see me again. No matter what you do.
Charli does a really good job in making the verses her own, and it matches her usual vibe with being a little bit of a step up of what I've heard from her, because it just has this sort of aura to it that I feel like she doesn't really have very often.
Don't leave me this way, this way, this way. Don't leave me this way, this way, this way. Don't leave me this way, this way, this way. Don't leave me this way,
I'm giving Crash a solid 6.3 out of 10, and I was very, very, very excited to go into Brat next. Brat is Charli's 2024 album, which blew up. Everybody was having a Brat summer. Everybody was bumping these songs. I didn't listen to it for the first time until like this year. I mean, I listened to it last year, but I wasn't really paying attention. I really only paid attention to it for this video. And let me say, after going from How I'm Feeling Now to Crash and having a huge step up and starting to like a lot of Charli's songs, I was really, really excited for Brat because I've heard so much about how amazing this album was. But Brat was extremely disappointing. There's so many moments on this album where Charli is trying to be more emotionally deep that just fall flat. You're a club girl who makes club music. We don't need you to try to sing emotionally with overused autotune and horrible production once again. The production stepped up for Crash, and then I feel like it stepped down a little bit. Not as bad as How I'm Feeling Now, but not as good as Crash. I Think About It All the Time was easily the worst song from this album, with some of the most cliche lyrics and annoying semblance of sounds and subject matter I've heard from Charli. It's a song about her anxieties of bearing children and feeling too old to do so, which would be good and sounds great in concept, but at the end of the day, the song just sounds so bad and insincere. I don't care.
How sublime, what a joy, oh my, standing there, same old clothes she wore before, holding her child, yeah. She's a radiant mother and he's a beautiful father. And now they both know these things that I don't. I think about it all the time, that I might run out of time. But I finally met my baby, and a baby might be mine.
Her club vibe and her accent and the way she sings and the way the production comes together does not fit this subject matter whatsoever. I didn't hate the rest of the album. I just thought a lot of the songs were mediocre or nothing to scoff at. Apple is really the only song from this album that stood out to me as anything besides try hard emotional song or basic club banger.
I can see you don't fall far from the tree, 'cause I've been looking at you so long now I only see me. I wanna throw the apple into the sky, feels like you never understand me, so I just wanna drive to the airport, the airport, the airport, the airport.
It's a song about generational trauma with the best production on the album, and overall, the most interesting concept I think I've heard from Charli. The lyrics don't go too deep, which I prefer because it's not trying too hard.
The apples rotten right to the core, from all the things left down from all the apples coming before. I spent the apple down symmetrical lines, and what I find is kinda scary, makes me just wanna drive.
I think Brat was very disappointing, but it's still not a terrible album. I would give it a 6.0 out of 10. So if you add up how I'm feeling now, Crash, Brat, and divide them by 3, her artist score is a 5.0, which makes sense for me. I think she's incredibly overrated, and after liking Crash a little, Brat was so disappointing. This is gonna sound harsh, but in my opinion, she should stick to the Euphoria type beat songs instead of trying to get emotional, because it fell flat for me every time she was trying to get emotional. She was niche, she broke out with Brat. I'd like to see her go back to being niche. My favorite song from her was Apple, which I gave an 8.5. And my least favorite song was C2.0, which I gave a 0 to. Charlie fans, please don't hate me, but she's really just not my vibe.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Intermission 1. The stats. I want to see how successful these artists are on 3 different fronts. 1. How many Grammys have they won in the 2020s? 2. How many monthly Spotify listeners do they have as of right now? And 3. How many songs have they had on the Billboard Top 100 in the 2020s? Let's do this. I know a lot of these are stupid and arbitrary, and it's kind of like a industry plant contest in a way, because having your songs on the radio and your amount of listeners on Spotify doesn't really measure your success, but in a public sense it does. So, yeah, with that being said, I'm in front of CVS, which stands for Common Visitation Syndrome, because for some reason I am always in front of a CVS in these long form videos. So these are the Spotify monthly listeners as of April 11th, 2026, and these are going to be outdated in like one day. In 12th place, Charlie XCX with 31.8 million monthly listeners. I think that is actually kind of surprising. I thought she would have more, especially after Brat, but I guess a lot of people don't listen to her old music. 11th place, Chapel Roan, 33.2 million. I think this makes sense, especially with her recent controversy on hating children and sending security guards after them. 10th place, Pink Panthers, 42.4 million. I think if Fancy That and Stateside didn't really blow up, she wouldn't have this amount of Spotify listeners. Maybe it'd be like 10 million, something like that, maybe in the 10s. 9th place, Tate McRae, 46.0 million. I thought this would be a little less, honestly. Last time I checked, it was at 30. Now it's at 46. I guess Sports Car and her new album kind of made her more of a household name. In 8th place, Olivia Rodrigo with 46.6 million. Only 0.6 million more than Tate. I guess this makes sense. Girls So in Love, her 3rd album, is about to come out, so I think that'll boost her listeners overall in a month, but not anytime soon. 7th place, Doja Cat, 56.9 million. I think this really has to do with playlists that Spotify plays in, local coffee shops and stuff like that. Doja Cat is like everywhere. Paint the Town Red especially blew up. 6th place, Dua Lipa, 64.4 million. She has a bunch of radio hits. Once again, I think this has to do with Spotify playlists being played out in public. 5th place, Sabrina Carpenter, 64.6 million, just a little bit above Dua Lipa. I'm not surprised about this. Her song Espresso was the song of the summer, and Manchild is like the song of the summer for this year, so makes sense. Zara Larson's in 4th place somehow with 68.3 million. I thought nobody knew who she was. I guess they don't, but they listen to her songs, which is just crazy. I think Stateside and Midnight Sun are really blowing her up right now with TikTok. I went into my
Fiance's
salon and they were playing Midnight Sun, and it was like, oh my god, this video is following me around. 3rd place, Ariana Grande, 82.2 million. Not surprised, still one of the biggest household names in girly pop history. 2nd place, Billie Eilish with 84.3 million, which makes sense. Everybody loves her. She's just on a different level. And of course, 1st is Taylor Swift, 102.2 million, because Swifties are freaking crazy. So yeah, that's that. Subject to change. Once again, it's April 11th, 2026, so this is gonna be dated pretty hard. But let's go on to the next category. So, how many US Billboard Top 100 songs do each of these girls have? In 12th place, we have Pink Panthers with 2 songs. That's it. That's kind of crazy. In 11th place, we have Zara Larsson with 4 songs. Remember, this is only from the 2020s. In 10th place, we have Charlie XCX with 7 songs. 9th place, Tate McRae with 8 songs, somehow. 8th place, Chapel Roan with 12 songs off of one album and a few singles, kind of crazy. 7th place, Sabrina Carpenter with 15 songs. 6th place, Dua Lipa with 19 songs. 5th place, Olivia Rodrigo with 25 songs. 4th place, Doja Cat with 30 songs. 3rd place, Billie Eilish with 40 songs. 2nd place, Ariana Grande with 45 songs. And 1st place, Taylor Swift with 131 songs. That's what happens when you re-release old music for no reason and don't change it up whatsoever. But it's funny, the top 3, even though they're in a different order, it's still Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, and Taylor Swift, the same that it was for you Spotify listeners. So do with that what you will. And for our third and obviously least important category, we have how many Grammys have each artist won in the 2020s. In 6th place, tied, I have Tate McRae, Zara Larsson, and Pink Panthers with 0 awards, which makes sense. Obviously, a lot of these artists are either new, don't have great songs, or whatever. 5th place, I have it tied for Chapel Roan, Doja Cat, and Dua Lipa with 1 award each. 4th place, Sabrina Carpenter and Ariana Grande with 2 awards, which is kind of crazy. You would think Ariana Grande would have more this decade, but she only came out with 2 albums and was doing wicked stuff, so she has that instead. In 3rd place, we have Charlie XCX and Olivia Rodrigo with 3 awards each, which honestly less than I would have thought for Olivia, but I guess her records are more Spotify based. 2nd place, Taylor Swift with 5 awards. Kind of crazy she's not in 1st, but once again, when you release music that has already been out and don't change it much, why would you get an award for that? But in 1st place, Billie Eilish with 10 awards from this decade, which is insane. So, with that all being said, the least to most successful artists that I have on this list of the 2020s decade would be a tie for 10th place with Tate McRae and Pink Panthers. 9th place, Charlie XCX. 8th place, Zara Larsson somehow. 7th place, Chapel Roan. 6th place, Dua Lipa. 5th place is also a tie with Doja Cat and Sabrina Carpenter. I think if Sabrina releases another album this year, which she probably will because she just released a slop one by one after another, she'll be above Doja. 4th place, Olivia Rodrigo. 3rd place, Ariana Grande. 2nd place, Billie Eilish. And 1st place, Taylor Swift. These are the most successful. And in all 4 of these lists, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, and Ariana Grande have hit the top 3. And it makes sense why Olivia is number 4, because she is so popular and one of my favorite main pop girls of the 2020s. So let's get back into the main bulk of the video, but I thought this would be a fun intermission just to see.
Yeah, wanna know what it's like? Baby, show me what it's like. I don't really got no tights. I just wanna fuck all night.
The first time I ever heard of Doja Cat was when her song Moo went viral. Doja then slowly rose into a social media icon, and her music blew up on TikTok during COVID. She was thrust into the mainstream and always had a playful, unserious vibe to her music that for me felt authentic and respectable. A lot of her songs are about sex, but she always finds a way to write around objectifying herself or her partner, and she ends up having the hottest and silliest lyrics I have ever heard from one of these hypersexual 2020s artists. Her albums that I'm going over today are Planet Her, Scarlet 2 Claude, and V. But Planet Her from 2021 is the first one, and it's an album that I actually own on vinyl because there have been so many times I've whipped this thing out on a date night. Even if you don't know Doja, I'm sure you know Kiss Me More featuring SZA.
You kiss me more. We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose. Oh, it's just principle. Baby, hold me, 'cause I like the way you move. Oh.
And this album opens up with some funky instrumentals and charismatic rapping from Doja on the song Woman. And it continues on to track 2, Naked, which adds troll-ass lyrics that kind of go hard, considering we're in the realm of meme songs, but not really. Doja is almost this pop rap meme star that crosses into Baby No Money territory, but she's more talented like Ariana Grande, but also trolls the internet like Lil Nas X.
room. Let me know if you ain't about that NSFW. Now it's safe to finish what we started. First impression of you is you really like the party. Swirling all up on you cause you know I wanna dance. Let me cordially invite you to this party in my pants. How you got me sprung and don't say sorry in advance. Show me all your tats, not just the ones that's on you.
Even with her trolling, I appreciate how she gets deeper sometimes, and it actually hits because of how sincere she is throughout this entire album. You Right featuring The Weeknd is my favorite song from the album because of the story it tells of Doja being seduced by a man while she already has a boyfriend. The Weeknd comes in to play the other side of the situation, and the flow, charisma, and subject all come together to make a vibe. Been Like This is probably the most sentimental song from this album, and like I said, due to seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly from Doja, a personal song like this actually hits. It's a song about how Doja feels like things are changing on both sides of her current relationship, and they can do nothing but watch it crumble together even though they're apart. The production mixed with the vocal performance really sells the emotion here, and it's something I wish we got more from Doja. There's other songs on this album I'm not a huge fan of, which gives Planet Her a 6.4 overall for me, but the songs that hit are nothing short of amazing pop songs. Scarlet from 2023 is an album I wasn't even sure if I wanted to include. This was the weird era of Doja trying to become a rap artist instead of a pop artist. Technically, this is qualified as a rap album, but whatever, it's still in her discography, and she's mainly a pop star. We start with Paint the Town Red, which I'm sure you've heard on the radio. It's a classic pop rap vibe here, sampling an old song, flow is fine, lyrics are written by like 8 people, it's pretty standard.
I said what I said, I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head, I don't care, I paint the town red. Bitch, I said what I said, I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head, I don't care, I paint the town red. She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel, she beautiful.
After this though, we get to Demons, which is an entirely new wacky sound for Doja. I like how she balanced her trolling and wacky side with her sexual and confident side on Planet Her, but here it feels like we're way too in the realm of wacky, and the song just sounds like a circus. I mean, listen to these beats. The best song from this album is easily Agora Hills. Not only is it a sweet love song while going back to Doja's signature style, but up to this point, Doja has had a raspy, lower rap voice, but this was the first instance of her being lighter and going back and forth between the two styles, feeling like it's two different rappers on the same song, even though it's just her.
Something different about you, love it when you hit and it smack too. Baby, let me lick on your tattoos, that's true that I like PDA. Take it to a city place, suck a little dick in the bathroom. Who that man with the big strong hands on her ass in the club with the pass? Baby, that's you, front seat chilling with the window down. I'd be 10 toes down on the dash getting fast food. Cause love is pain, but I need this shit. We fuck too good when the bean kicks in. Like Fortnite, I'ma need your skin. Don't give a fuck with the penis spin. Boy, you're the one, you're the only man. Me and you are my only fans. Holy cow, you're the holy trend. Hold me down when I hold me dick. Be my security, it's your therapy. With you, I ain't holding shit back. When I need my space, you give that. When he broke my heart, you fixed that. With a long walk on the beach. Living when they honk on the street. When they see us zoom by in the Jeep. We a whole damn joint, we are in
The way this song progresses and the overall vibes make me miss the COVID era of Doja, and I wish we got more songs like this on Scarlet. With all that being said, Scarlet gets a 4.0. But Scarlet 2, Claude, also from 2023, which is technically considered a different album, is just a deluxe version of Scarlet. There's like 7 more songs here, and there's a song here called Piss. This shit was either bad or mediocre, but somehow it's above Scarlet, so I'm giving it a 4.2. But then we get to V, which is her 2025 album, and it's her latest album. It has her going back to the pop genre while still keeping a little bit too much of her wackiness from Scarlet. There's like 2 different sides of this album based on what I heard. Songs like Amen, which sound terrible, just have no inspiration, confidence, and everything that made Doja stand out is just completely gone from a song like this. But on the other end, we got songs like Silly, Fun, which continued Doja's streak of making fun party songs with catchy melodies. While I was listening to the song for the first time, it kept making choices that I just thought were very inspired, and it really made me miss the Planet Her version of Doja Cat.
Club and get fucked up, 'cause there's no stopping him. Don't you come back crying, talking about you know what you lost, but just get lost again. If we went to the party, wouldn't it be fun to party for somebody? I know it could be a pass, so just pop out a baby. It's so very silly getting messy. You're so perfect, yes you're perfect. I'm not nervous, I'm so drunk.
Nothing stood out here really. I forgot this album existed several times while preparing for this video. All I remember is Silly Fun was good, so I'm giving it a 5.5, which gives Planet Her a 6.4, Scarlet a 4.0, Scarlet 2 Claude a 4.2, and V a 5.5. Add up all 4, divide by 4, and you get a 5.0 for Doja's artist score, which I'm not surprised by. She was a huge name back in the day, but now, I don't know, man. I wish she stuck to her Planet Her vibes or stopped making music, because it's such a fall off from where she used to be. She has so many peak pop songs, and she just kind of threw it all away, starting with Scarlet. My favorite song is You Right, the extended edition. I think that last verse from Doja really makes the whole song come together.
It ain't no fair to you. I ain't too scared to shoot, but I got a man at home, and we like family too. But I got needs and wants. Rules my attitude, fucks my self-control. Wanna take care of you, and just for the night, yeah, just for the night. Do I wanna lose all that I have? You could be amused and help me catch, but I just need you to come break my back. If you wanna attack it, it's just that, that's just life. I'ma be real, you just my type. I got a man, but he ain't in sight right now, so
I give that song a 10, and my least favorite song is Piss, and I give it a 1 out of 10. Kind of a short section for Doja, but there's not much to say. If you know one song by her, or at least 2 different versions of songs by her, you kind of know her whole vibe and what you're getting into. So sad to see the fall off, but let's go on to 6th place. Got my buddy WhatFox with me today. WhatFox. Max calls him WhatFox. That's cause he does the minimum. Yeah, Max does the minimum. WhatFox.
it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time.
Taylor Swift. She's polarizing. She's got crazy fans. She's got people who hate her for no reason. Oh no, she's on my football screen. Oh no, she's hating on Charlie XCX. Oh no, she did 9/11. I used to be one of these people, but now I'm somewhere in the middle. Not a true fan, but I'm not a hater. I absolutely love her country stuff from her debut Speak Now and Fearless albums, but that's mostly like nostalgia talking. I don't think those are great albums by any means. Her albums of this decade that aren't dumbass re-recordings of old songs are Folklore, Evermore, Midnights, The Tortured Poets Department, and The Life of a Showgirl. Folklore from 2020 is Taylor Swift's most critically acclaimed album for good reason. Taylor has always been good at seamlessly shifting her brand from one vibe to another, like how she evolved from a country singer to country pop to strictly pop. And this era of Tay saw her go in a more mellow sound and style. She was no longer a pop princess who was boring. She was a librarian-looking, introspection-having type of boring. Most of the songs here have some sort of indie folk influence while still staying true to the formula of a pop song. Everything becomes very personal, and there's even some lore and storytelling within certain songs. Hate on Taylor Swift all you want, but she's always been the queen of storytelling in her songs, even if it sounds pretentious sometimes. The One is a great intro. It's a great way to start the album with amazing melodies from Taylor. Yeah, it's about reflecting on if an ex-lover was the one or not, and that's basic, but Taylor knows how to write a catchy song. Cardigan, August, and Betty is the trilogy of folklore, the lore of folklore. Cardigan, the singing and production are really great here. The way she sings feels so sincere and sort of makes me understand why Swifties say Taylor is a beautiful writer. I think it's presented in a very nice way. This is easily my favorite Taylor Swift song of this era. Apparently, this is like Star Wars for the lore, and we get episode 3 first in the track list. This is Betty reflecting on her relationship with James, who she ends up with. Who's James? Well, James and Betty were dating, I guess, but in the song August, the month, I think, and the song, Taylor sings through the perspective of James's summer fling, and August is all about the feeling of being in a situationship. I'm sure you know the song, you probably heard it. But then we get to Betty, and Betty is then James's perspective on the whole thing and how he feels horrible for cheating, and ultimately Betty forgives him, and they get a happy ever after like a oops I cheated moment. Betty's alright. I think it was like mediocre with some questionable lyrics. I don't really know how I feel about the lore. It kind of feels like put together last minute, and it took me a while to like understand what it was and compile a bunch of breakdowns of it, but that's definitely part of the album. Invisible String is another song from this album I love. It's got very personal lyrics about her relationship at the time of recording. It's about her and her boyfriend and how they were always somehow intrinsically connected before they knew one another, hence the invisible string. And it's cute, like, you ever seen that Instagram post where it's like one of the couples that's like out there met up on vacation by accident and didn't realize it was them, and like an old family picture, like shit like that, it's cool. Folklore is very, very good at storytelling themes, and just a great sounding album overall. I'm gonna give Folklore a 7 out of 10, a solid 7.0. Evermore, also from 2020, was Taylor's sequel to Folklore. The vibes are still here, and you can tell she was really grinding on this new sound during COVID. I think Evermore exceeds in the overall presentation and vibes of this era. The storytelling is on another level, and this album is the Taylor album I take the most seriously from her entire discography. Willow starts off the album, and most of the song is just extremely down to earth and super catchy. I absolutely love her voice here, and yeah, there's one like 90s trend lyric. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind is perfect. I love the symbolism of her being a willow tree that's easily bendable, and her life being shaped by someone she loves. It's so peak. It's so peak. You want to talk about peak? Nobody No Crime is another peak storytelling song that goes back to Taylor's country vibes, which are my favorite from her, like I said. Fuck, man, this song goes from her talking about her friend Este's husband cheating on her, saying I think he did it but I just can't prove it, then turning it into Este going missing and Este's husband allowing his mistress to move in and shit, saying I think he did it but I just can't prove it, meaning like murdering Este. Then Taylor and Este's sister devise a plan to kill Este's husband, and the lyrics change to like they think she did it but they just can't prove it, talking about the mistress being suspect number 1, killing the husband, and then saying she thinks I did it but she just can't prove it, meaning the mistress thinks that Taylor killed the husband. But it's just, dude, like crazy shit goes on here. Like if I were to hear like maybe any Taylor Swift song live, this might be the coolest one to hear live. I love this song. Evermore is great. What's another song? I don't know. Right Where You Left Me is good. It's cute. I give Evermore overall a 7.2 out of 10. I just love the vibes on Folklore and Evermore, and it really is like peak Taylor Swift critically, musically, lyrically. It's not my favorite to listen to, but it is the best. But Midnights from 2022 is an album release I remember being there for in full effect. I was a huge fan of Evermore. I had bought Red and Fearless Taylor's version vinyls. I wasn't a Swiftie per se, but I was hyped for the new Tate album. My fiance was a huge Swiftie back in the day before she put her in Spotify jail, and she was hyped for the album release as well. I remember working third shift at Target and listening to this album as it came out at 12, as well as the 3 a.m. edition at 3 a.m. Dude, back then I hated it. I thought it was garbage. She went back to full pop and it was ass. I became a Taylor Swift hater. I still was, like, up until last year. That's a story for later, but this album isn't as bad as I remember. I just think it's, like, overall her most mid album. Lavender Haze starts off the album and it just sounds like pop song number 1. Like, it has no personality or quality to make it different. I remember I hate the yeah oh yeahs because they sound awkward, but otherwise this is just like whatever. Anti-Hero, I'm sure you've heard this one on the radio. I hate this song, bro. I'm so sorry. She sings the same melody for every verse, and like the hi me, I'm the problem, it's me just sounds so cringe to me. I also have fatigue because I worked in retail when this came out, but like, terrible song. Midnight Rain is another one. Like, the Midnight Rain part makes the song really hard to listen to, but like, I don't hate the rest. It's just, if there's a really good part, there's also a really bad part in these songs. The instrumental of Midnight Rain was interesting and gave it the vibe of being in the rain at midnight, so it's got that going for it. Vigilante shit. This is the most millennial shit ever, bro. Draw the cat eye sharp enough to kill a man. Karma has like the worst chorus on the album. It's so bad. She just lists random things that she thinks are karma. Makes no sense. She also later added Ice Spice as a feature on, like, if you're trying to make your song better, don't have Ice Spice as a feature. I don't know, man. I hated Midnights when it came out, but looking back, it's not the worst thing ever. It's just like really mid with some absolutely terrible standouts. I'm gonna give Midnights a 4.4 out of 10. The Tortured Poets Department from 2024 has 31 songs. I listened to this album 8 times in 3 days. I listened to more Taylor Swift than ever before. I hated it when it came out. Let's see what I think of it now. Fortnite as the first track. Post Malone is usually hit or miss for me, and this was a huge miss. Taylor sounded devoid of any personality or emotion, as well as Post, and this song is just nothing. I heard it on the radio like once, and then I guess they pulled it because it wasn't getting the traction they thought it would. There is a huge cringe factor here. Like, she's 30. There's a song called Down Bad where it's like, now I'm down bad crying at the gym, fuck it if I can't have him. There's a song called But Daddy I Love Him. Like, what are these titles, bro? I was afraid of little old me. That just sounds so pretentious, and like, we get it, you're a billionaire, you're untouchable, you don't have to brag, like, who cares? So high school, like, Taylor loves talking about high school, bro. I look in people's windows, stalker alert, like, come on, bro. I can fix him. No, I really can. Bro, you're 30. You are 30. Why are we talking like this? You're not a teenage girl anymore. Like, Evermore and Folklore were so adult and mature compared to this. It's just, the fall off is so sad. It's like, it's a mix of mediocre songs and bad songs, which just ends up making the mediocre songs feel like even worse. The Tortured Poets Society, or the Tortured Poets Department, gets a 4.1 out of 10 from me. The Life of a Showgirl from 2025 was when Taylor Swift decided to take notes from Sabrina Carpenter. Like I said in the Sabrina section, Taylor having Sabrina be the opener for the Eras Tour really boosted her career. Sabrina became famous with slutty, immature behavior that I found very off-putting, and Taylor is giving those vibes on The Life of a Showgirl. Down to the point where there is even a Sabrina feature on the title track, and you know Taylor doesn't really have many female features. She's got a song about her boyfriend's penis. She's half naked on the album cover. She talks about life like she's still in high school. And it's just off-putting to me. But the album starts out with a pretty promising section. The promising section is the first 3 songs. The Fate of Ophelia has one of the most infectious and fun choruses from Taylor Swift ever. I absolutely love this song, and it feels like prime pop era Taylor Swift from the Red or 1989 era, with great melodies, great vocals, and solid lyrics. Whenever this comes on, even if I seek it out myself, like it's one of those radio songs I'll seek out myself and I won't get tired of it if I hear it a lot. Track 2 is Elizabeth Taylor. This one is about her comparing herself to Elizabeth Taylor. I thought it was mid, but like mid is better than what came later, so this is still in the promising section. And Opalite, track 3. I love the verses here. I also love her vocals. The chorus is almost as good as Ophelia's, and it's catchy without being annoying. This is another one. I don't seek it out myself like Ophelia, but if it's on the radio, I do vibe and I won't skip it. And I do like it. I do like it. But then we get to the what the fuck section with a father figure. I don't even know. Like, she has a line that's, I make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. I don't know what that means. It's such a weirdly written song. I'm telling you, it's just like Sabrina Carpenter. Ruin the friendship. Taylor singing about high school again. I think there's a point where using high school in your analogy is a little overdone. Like, you gotta grow up and pick another metaphor. It's immature. Wish list sounds horrible. The falsetto makes me want to plug my ears. It's unlistenable. She's trying to rap too. I can't, bro. It's so millennial. Wood, the Cavis-Trelsey penis song. We don't need a song about you talking about your boyfriend's penis. Canceled. Naming your song canceled in 2025 is really funny. Did you girl boss too close to the sun is a lyric. The vocal performance here is so mousy, bro. It's so mousy. Like, it's so Sabrina vibes. But The Life of a Showgirl is the final moment of Taylor Swift evolving into Sabrina Carpenter on this album. They're both singing the same here. I genuinely cannot tell the difference at points. They describe people going from rags to riches, like saying you don't know the life of a showgirl, like comparing themselves to people who've actually like worked hard to accomplish what they've gotten. It's so bad. The vocals are atrocious. The lyrics and concept suck. It's so pretentious. It's the title track too. I hate this album so much. So I'm giving The Life of a Showgirl a 2.3 out of 10, which altogether gives Folklore a 7.0, Evermore a 7.2, Midnight's a 4.4, The Tortured Poets Department a 4.1, and The Life of a Showgirl a 2.3 to average Taylor out at a 5.0 out of 10. Taylor Swift is a very polarizing artist, and I think having her exactly in the middle of my list with an exactly middle score with a 5 out of 10 is perfect for her. If you included her entire discography, I think it would also be a 5 out of 10. I really like her early albums. I don't really care for Lover whatsoever, and Reputation is whatever. And you know what I think about the new ones. So overall, Taylor Swift is just very wishy-washy and a true 50-50 artist. So my favorite song is Cardigan, which I'll give a 9 or 10, 9.5 out of 10. How about that? And my least favorite song, let me think. There's a lot of bad ones. Probably Wood. Like, I watched this man on my TV playing football. I don't really need to hear about his penis. Billie Eilish's middle name is Pirate. I guess that's kind of cool, but it just kind of describes her completely well. Billie's brother Phineas, no, not the Triangle Head one, was a small-time producer in a band in the early 2010s, and in 2015, Billie decided to record some songs and have Phineas do the production on them. Ocean Eyes was one of her first singles released to SoundCloud, and that shit blew up. From there on, Billie and Phineas became a team, helping Billie launch a successful music career. I've never really liked Billie Eilish besides when I was in middle school. A lot of her music from an outside perspective seems like I am 14 and this is deepcore to me. I've always found all her songs to be the exact same and her whispery voice to be rather annoying, but she's in 5th place, so let's see how we got here. In this decade, Billie has released 2 albums, Happier Than Ever and Hit Me Hard and Hit Me Hard and Soft. Hit Me Hard and Soft. One of these she won Grammys for. One of these she was a little crybaby and, cried over not getting a Grammy for. Oh, poor little millionaire pop star not getting an award. Oh, boo-hoo. Anyway, let's dive into Happier Than Ever from 2021. This was Billie's first album as an adult and her first album after her huge rise to mainstream after When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, which was her album that came out before this. This album didn't have many standouts to me and had one terrible song, Not My Responsibility, which is just a rant where she talks.
Some people use it to shame others. Some people use it to shame me. But I feel you watching. Always. And nothing I do goes unseen. So while I feel your stares, your disapproval, or your sigh of relief, if I lived by them, I'd never be able to move. Would you like me to be smaller, weaker, softer, taller? Would you like me to be quiet? Do my shoulders provoke you? Does my chest? Am I my stomach? My hips? The body I was born with?
A lot of these songs just feel very inconsequential, a lot blended together in my head. But one song can kind of sum up the entire vibe this album gave me, which is ironically the title track, Happier Than Ever.
When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. And I don't talk shit about you on the internet. Never told anyone anything bad, 'cause that shit's embarrassing. You are my everything, and all that you did is make me fucking sad.
Happier Than Ever is a song about moving on from a relationship that's toxic and feeling happy when someone who drags you isn't around anymore. The concept is great, and I love when this song explodes towards the end, but it kind of feels unearned. This entire album kind of feels like this song. It's a slow start with basic Billie Eilish vocals, themes, and redundant songs and themes we have seen from her before, done better, but then it explodes at the end and sounds great and interesting in its sound, but still has poorly written lyrics like, "And I don't talk shit about you on the internet." Like, I'm sorry. Some songs work when you talk about social media and the internet if they're written with certain gravitas or more self-aware themes, but this doesn't really feel self-aware. And a song explodes, it goes into a great section, and then she says, "And I don't talk shit about you on the internet." And I'm just like totally taken out of the song. It's trying to sound epic and cathartic. I think it just kind of flops and has good intention, but the execution falls very short. Overall, that basically explains what the whole album feels like to me. Happier Than Ever, the album and the song, are both gonna get a 6 out of 10 from me. Hit Me Hard and Soft is Billie's 2024 album. I remember trying to listen to this when it came out and stopping after track 3 out of boredom. Let's see what I think of it now after 6 or 7 listens. So many people said this one has like a different vibe than her other albums, but I don't know, man. This album feels the same as all her other albums to me. I don't know. It's fine. It's all fine. The songs are good, but they're just so not my style. I wrote in my notes that I loved L'amour de vie, but at the same time, I can't tell you a single note or lyric from the song, and I've listened to this album over and over and over in preparation for this video. With Zara Larsson, I had felt so bored because the music was so mid, but with Billie, it's like I get the talent on display. I understand why she's popular. I understand why she wins Grammys, and I understand she's a great artist. The songs just don't speak to me on a personal level, and they give me nothing. And even if I can classify them as good, you'll never really catch me listening to them. I really don't have much to say on Billie Eilish's albums and works because they really just feel like nothing to me, and they don't matter to me, but I know they matter in the context of music and her talent. I just don't care. I gave a lot of the songs a 6 or a 7, so I'm giving Hit Me Hard and Soft a 7 out of 10, which is kind of crazy considering I just told you I don't remember anything about the album and I thought it was mid. But once again, the talent on display cannot be it cannot be disregarded. So that gives Happier Than Ever a 6 and Hit Me Hard and Soft a 7. The average of 6 and 7 is 6.5, so Billie gets a 6.5 out of 10 as an artist based off these 2 albums of the decade. And yeah, man, Billie made it to my top 5, but at what cost? Like, I don't feel passionate enough to hate her or glaze her. I know she's an extremely talented lady, but I don't care about any of her music or her career besides being a little baby during the 2025 Grammys. I'm just not the target audience here. So with all that being said, I guess my favorite song from this era is No Time to Die. Like, bro, it's not from an album, but it's my favorite song of hers. Not only does it work off that movie's themes, but it's also just such a good use of her voice and style of production and a very emotional banger. The worst song was Not My Responsibility. I would tell you why I didn't like it, but that's not my responsibility. So Dua Lipa is actually one of the only artists on this list that I have followed since 2020. I got her first album, Future Nostalgia, on vinyl, and then when Radical Optimism was coming out, I wanted to get that on vinyl too, so I pre-ordered it before I even heard the album, listened to it for the first time on vinyl. And like, it's not that she's my favorite artist in the world, or that she's even like in my top 20, or that she makes amazing music, but her pop songs, her most popular pop songs, are so good. When you're having a bad day, I used to work at Target. When you're having a bad day at Target and you just listen to Ed Sheeran, fucking AJR, stupid ass Meghan Trainor all in a row, and then Dua Lipa comes on, you're like, thank God Dua Lipa's on, because she makes way better music than all these other artists. Dua Lipa, man, she's got 2 albums that I'm going to be talking about today, and she is the first artist out of these 12 artists that I actually have a majority of positive things to say about. So she's got, like I said, Future Nostalgia, and she's got Radical Optimism. Let's go into Future Nostalgia from 2020. This album, I personally believe, paved the way for 2020's pop and what it sounds like. A lot of bass, kind of going into a little bit of an 80s sound in the past, but with new instrumentation techniques and vocal techniques that sound fresh and new. It's not something like Taylor Swift where she's kind of paving her own way. Dua Lipa, I genuinely believe, paved the way for 2020's pop, at least good modern pop. I mean, the title track is amazing. Don't Start Now, you know that. There's so many songs here that use bass in such an interesting way that keep the song chugging along. For instance, Levitating. Bro, Levitating, especially the version with the baby, might be my favorite pop song of this entire decade. It is so fun. Dua is having the time of her life in the studio. You can just tell she is so excited. Her scream seems so jovial. Even the baby, his verse, you know, he's homophobic, whatever. He doesn't make the best like solo music ever, but his verse here really adds to the song. And it's just, it's all going up, baby. It's all about levitating. It's awesome. I love it. And then you get to another song later on the album, like Break My Heart, which, you know, the chorus, it's so like fun, but she's saying, I should have stayed at home because I was doing better alone. All this stuff, and then she's like, am I falling in love with the person who's gonna break my heart? Like, what just like a fun concept for a pop song that sounds like really fun, but really has like cautionary tale lyrics. It's just so fun. And I like how in certain songs here, her voice comes out like not in her American accent, but like as British, because she's British, you know. She's British, but she sings in her regular like American accent, but sometimes that British like seeks in a little bit, it like seeps through, and I just love it, especially on the song Good in Bed. Like, this is a song that's like, we fight all the time, we make each other mad, we pretty much hate each other, but we're good in bed, so that's why we're together, because this is the best sex I've ever had. And it's like, it should be cringe because the chorus is, I know it's really bad, messing with my head. And she's like repeating the same stuff over and over again, but her British accent just adds so much charm. And earlier I said Charlie XCX's British accent kind of like removed the charm, but that's because she's trying to do stuff with club music, whereas Dua Lipa is really just trying to make songs that are fun to listen to, and if they come on the radio, it's like the highlight of the radio.
Thinking it'd be better if we didn't stay together. Then you put your hands up on my waist. I know it's really bad, messing with my head. We drive each other mad, but baby, that's what makes us good in bed.
I just think this entire album was great, besides one song, which is Boys Will Be Boys. It's basically like a song about feminism, and it's like, boys will be boys, but girls will be with men. And, you know, if you're offended by the song, you're probably one of the boys I'm talking about. And it's like, yeah, I hate men too. Men can really suck, and they can treat women very terribly. And when they act like little boys, it's really annoying. I get that. But I feel like the way it's presented here, especially with the instrumentation, just doesn't really work. And it's definitely a huge drop off, and like, it's sandwiched in between Levitating featuring DaBaby and Good in Bed, which are like some of my favorite songs from the album. So maybe it's because it's there that I don't like it as much, but I just really found it tedious and annoying. Nostalgia, man. This is a genuinely great album, and Dua Lipa is just, you know, one of those people that I don't know how she started. I think she really just, you know, came out with her one album. A few songs blew up, she was on the radio, and now she's here. It's nice to see, and I'm giving Future Nostalgia a 7.1 out of 10. It was easily one of the best albums that I listened to for this video, and Dua Lipa, while making like pretty basic pop music, really just hits my soul in a certain way, man. Makes me want to be girly pop. It makes me want to change my profile pic pink, and it makes me want to. If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way I like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, met me at the perfect time. Hey, you want me? I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah. I got you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. I'm one of the greatest, ain't no debating on it. I'm still levitating and heavily medicated. Ironic, I gave them love and they ended up hating on me. Show me I love you, you've been waiting. Bit of all your love and I'm running thin on my patience. Need someone out there and see, we got me out here doing. Wanted to throw me off, but can't nobody stop the movement. Come on, measure, right foot. If I ever slip and fall into a better situation, you want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. Yeah. I'm levitating. Woo! You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. like a rocket watch a blast off. And I'm feeling so electric, that's my ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. My love is like a rocket watch a blast off. And I'm feeling so electric, that's my ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. You want me, I want you, baby, my sugar boo, I'm levitating, the Milky Way, we're renegading. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight, I need you all night, come on dance with me, I'm levitating, woo, you can fly away with me tonight, you can fly away with me tonight, baby let me take you for a ride, yeah, 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 I'm levitating, woo, you can fly away with me tonight, you can fly away with me tonight, baby let me take you for a ride, yeah, 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 I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight, I need you all night, come on dance with me, I'm meditating. Radical Optimism from 2024 is an album that I bought on vinyl before I even heard it because I was such a fan of Future Nostalgia that I decided why not get her second album before it even comes out. I like the one song Illusion that came out as a single. Let me see if I like all the other ones. And I popped it in when it came out and I did not like it very much. I thought it was very stale, boring, and didn't have much to offer. But in retrospect, after listening to it 7 times for this video, I realized that I was being a little bit harsh because this is another solid pop album through and through, just like Future Nostalgia. Obviously, it's not as good, and we'll get into that, but I do think that it is a worthy successor, and I'm glad that she waited 3 years to release another album. 4 years, actually. I'm sorry. She waited 4 years to release another album, which, in this climate, kind of crazy for a pop star. Radical Optimism starts with End of an Era, which I thought was an okay song. It doesn't really give much, but then we go into Houdini and Training Season, and these are just solid, like, radio pop songs that are just as good as something like Break My Heart, or, what's the other one she has? Don't Start Now, that I would just listen to if they were on and vibe to because they're just fun songs. And then you get into one of my favorite songs from the album, These Walls, which is basically a song about her talking about how her relationship that she's in is pretty messed up, and if the walls around her could talk, those walls would tell her and her partner to break up. And while, you know, it's like a little bit like whatever, it's like, you know, kind of like whatever concept, it's pretty creative for a pop song, I think.
But if these walls could talk, enough thought. If these walls could talk, you know, your thoughts. It's not supposed to hurt this much. Or if these walls could talk, they tell us to break up. They tell us to break up.
Oh, French Exit is a song from this album that like sounds like no other pop song I've like heard from such a mainstream artist. There's so many different vocal performances and things going on here that just make this song feel so magical to listen to. I don't even really fully understand what it's about. I know a French Exit is a certain way that doors are, and maybe this is talking about like the way she leaves is like different and more elegant or something. I'm not exactly sure, but just listen to this chorus. Like, it is so fun and it is so cool, and it's just an elevation, like levitated above what a regular pop song would give you.
But I gotta hit the road. It's not a broken heart if I don't break it. Goodbye doesn't hurt if I don't say it. And I really hope you'll understand it. Only way to go is a French exit. French exit. Feel à l'anglaise. French exit.
Same goes with Illusion. It's pretty basic and it's pretty like 80s, you know, keep this thing going on for a while and Justin Bieber As Long As You Love Me-esque in the way where it's like illusion, but like it feels like a magic trick, and the song is called Illusion, so it's like it's fire. There's like other songs on this album that I was like whatever about, which is why I gave Radical Optimism a 6.8 overall, but like it's not that big of a jump from Future Nostalgia. There's not a song I absolutely hate on this one, like I hated Boys Will Be Boys from Future Nostalgia. And overall, Dua Lipa is 2 for 2 on her albums of the 2020s so far, and I cannot wait to see what she does next. I wonder if it'll be a 2028 release, and she's just going to be one of those artists that takes a pretty long time to release new music. But, you know, she came out with that Barbie song as well, and that wasn't bad. Dance the Night. I do think it's like a little bit derivative of Levitating or Break My Heart. Overall, man, Dua Lipa, great artist. My favorite song, Levitating with DaBaby. Obviously, I give that one a 10 out of 10. My least favorite is Boys Will Be Boys, which I'll probably give a 4, maybe a 3 too. But overall, Dua Lipa, man, I really like her stuff. I wish I could say more about it, but it's not really someone you can go in depth with. It's more someone you enjoy their music and you just like it because you like it, and there's not much more deep than that. But I appreciate the influence she's had on the 2020s, even though it's both some pretty bad songs from other artists. Wow, let's go into the top 3. This is crazy. I can't believe we're at the top 3. This has genuinely been the most fun I've ever had making a video. But can you tell I'm kind of losing steam? Like, this video has ruined my creative drive, man. I started concepting and listening in January and began the recording and editing process in February. This has been like 4 to 5 months of torture trying to be girly pop, and it was fun at first. Like, I've been having so much fun listening to the albums and making this video, but I don't know, man. My music taste has been ruined. I haven't listened to my favorite artists in months. I just don't care enough about this music. There are only 4 artists out of the 12 here that I'm positive on, and I've lost all initiative and motivation to end this thing. I'm gonna try, but it's May 12th, and I'm supposed to get this out by the 25th. I'm so fucked.
Down at the Pink Pony Club, I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood.
Born as Kaylee Rose Amstutz, Chapel Roan was raised in an extremely conservative household and felt repressed most of her life, which I'm sure a lot of us Gen Z people can relate to. She moved to LA in 2017 and released her first EP through Atlantic Records called School Nights. After years of no success, Atlantic dropped her in 2020 and Island Records signed her in 2023. Also in 2023, she released her first and only album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, with help from producer Dan Nigro, who you may know from producing other 2020s pop icons like Olivia Rodrigo. Since Chapel only has one album, I'll be going over that album as well as the singles Good Luck Babe, The Giver, and The Subway. The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess from 2023 is her debut, her freshman, and her only album. This album fucking slaps and is like top 2, if not top 1 of the albums I listened to for this video. This album starts out with a song called Femininomenon, which is a song all about how Chapel has tried online dating in the past, and she felt like none of the guys she dated could satisfy her or her needs, which made her realize she may not be straight, and that online dating and what she needs is a
Hit it like, get it hot, make a bitch, it's a femme. Hit it like, get it hot, make a bitch, it's a
Dude, can you play a song with a fucking beat?
Hit it like rum pam pam, get it hot like Papa John, make a bitch go on and on, it's a feminine phenomenon. Hit it like rum pam pam, get it hot like Papa John, make a bitch go on and on, it's a feminine
What a great opener to this album, which is just like full of lesbian themes. I love this song so much. It's absolutely a vibe. It sounds so good. After Midnight is track 3 and continues these themes while having incredible production and vocals. Out of every modern pop girl, Chapel is easily the most vocally talented, and nobody comes close. The ad-libs at the end of this song are insane. She is singing her heart out and it sounds amazing. The best song from this album, the song that everybody knows, is Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club is another song from this album that, like, it's just gonna become a timeless classic. It's about Chapel leaving her toxic family to pursue dreams of being a drag queen in LA. And not only is it beautifully sung, but it is like the most beautifully written, emotional song, and easily like the most emotional, beautiful song from anyone that I'm talking about in this project. Like, holy shit, man, it's such a unique and small fraction of the population that has gone through this type of thing, but the way it's presented is so unique and perfectly crafted for a pop song, and it makes me just like emotional. Like, it's crazy. This whole album just feels so fresh in a sea of pop songs and pop stars that make samey, boring, uninspired dog shit music. Chapel can get sexual in nature like the other pop artists out there, but it always feels cute and cheeky and like true expression of how she's feeling in these songs instead of a gimmick like someone like Tate McRae or Sabrina Carpenter. I'm giving The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess an 8.9 out of 10, and I'm hoping that her singles are just as good. Good Luck Babe from 2024 is a song that I actually despise this one. I absolutely hate the chorus here. And think that it's just such a departure from our other songs that I love. Like, this would not fit on The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. The production is fine, but the melodies and vocals come together to fry my ears, and the chorus pisses me off in a way that evolves. It evolves, and it just... I don't care what the song is about. I just hate it. I hate her vocals here. Like, she's a great vocalist, but she's going, like, I don't know. I just don't like it. The Giver from 2025. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10, by the way. But The Giver from 2025 is another single she came out with, and it's just a mediocre country pop song. Like, Chapel has had some country influence on her album in songs like Red Wine Supernova, but it wasn't front and center. Like, it wasn't as front and center as it is here, and I really don't think her vocals and lyricism fit this style of production. I'm not sure if Dan Nigro is the best at producing a country song like this, so I'm giving The Giver a 5 out of 10. She is like 0 for 2 on singles so far. The Subway from 2025 is a song I think is mediocre for Chapel standards, but like, it sounds good. That's at least what my notes say. I don't remember. 7.5 out of 10. Overall, Chapel Roan has one of the best pop albums I've ever heard, but her lack of full-length projects and singles I enjoyed caused her to be lower on the list than I was thinking she'd end up. Top 3 is nothing to scoff at, but you know, there's only really 4 artists on this list I like, and I'm curious to see where she would rank if she had another LP or better singles. Overall, Chapel gets a 7.2 out of 10 for me for her artist score. My favorite song of hers is Pink Pony Club. And my least favorite, Pink Pony Club is a 10 easily. And my least favorite is Good Luck Babe, which I gave a 4 out of 10.
My name is Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. Hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal.
Born as Victoria Walker, Pink Panthers is a British singer-songwriter and producer who blew up on TikTok with her self-made 1-minute-long song Pain during the COVID era. I love Pink so much because she's more than a pop star. She's a niche drum and bass artist who produces all of her own music, and she just somehow blew up because of an Ice Spice feature, I think, and TikTok in general. Like, I honestly think that she has more raw talent than the person in first place, even if, you know, her music isn't quite as good as the person in first place, because Pink produces all of her own stuff. Pink Panthers has 3 albums: To Hell With It, Heaven Knows, and Fancy That. Let's get into them. To Hell With It from 2021 is Pink's freshman album, including her 2 breakout TikTok hits, Pain and Passion. Pain is an incredible song for someone who made it on their own at home one day. I'm going to be saying this a lot, but so many of Pink's songs are 1 minute long, and I wish they were longer, but maybe that's what makes them so great. The song is about being ghosted by a lover and feeling alone, and the soundscape really feels like a liminal space and the isolation you feel after a bad breakup. I love Pink so much because her song soundscapes always match the vibe of how the lyrics make you feel.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm entering my bed. Had a few dreams about you. I can't tell you what we did. I expected to see ya in the morning run again. No, I shouldn't be watching. 'Cause every time I feel the pain. La 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 la.
For instance, on Passion, she's talking about how her parents and teachers could notice her passion and drive fading away from her as she grows older. The chorus itself is so heartbreaking, and you can hear in her vocal performance just break up and cry at any minute. It's another song that just feels like a liminal space, and honestly, this whole album feels like a liminal space. The songs are short, but maybe that's what makes them so endearing and keeps me coming back to them so much. I'm giving To Hell With It a 8.9 out of 10, and it might be my favorite album I've listened to for this video. Every song is a banger. Heaven Knows, released in 2023, is kind of a mediocre follow-up to an album I fell in love with. Not bad by any means, just pretty forgettable songs comparatively, and enough for me to give it a 7.3 out of 10 and move on to Fancy That. Fancy That from 2025 brings back the charm and overall amazing quality of Pink's songs while making them longer than just a minute each like they were earlier in her career. Her production quality has evolved, which takes away a bit of the charm from her old music, but it's still a great showing for her. Illegal is the first track from this album, and you definitely know it from My Name is Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. Hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal. Trends. Like, this is a song about addiction and drugs, and if you don't know anything about me, that really hits close to home, and some of my favorite songs ever are about addiction. This song also sounds amazing. I love how a Pink Panther song has to change and not sound the same the whole time. The song starts in a completely different space, it ends up, and Pink's production has stepped up so much, and I love her falsetto mixed with her soft British accent. It's not off-putting like British accents usually are to me. Tonight is another song, and it interpolates an old Panic at the Disco demo and makes it so much better. This song makes me feel so girly and light, and I just want to shake my ass and put on a maid outfit every single time I listen. right, let's talk about Stateside though. Stateside and the Stateside remix are actually like two really different songs, not just in the Zara Larsson feature of it all, but this song is obvious in its theming, but on the album version, it's very light and flowy, while on the remix, it's harder and punchier, and I definitely prefer the punchier sound, and I think it fits the vibe of the song and Pink's vocals more. I think Pink Panther should do like harder, like very, very bass heavy and like electronic sounding music like she already does, but I don't know. I think Stateside remix sounds amazing. Both versions are peak pop perfection, but I definitely prefer the remix. So Fancy That gets a 7.9 out of 10 from me, giving To Hell With It an 8.9, Heaven Knows a 7.3, and Fancy That a 7.9. Add them together and divide by 3, and you get an 8.0 out of 10 for Pink Panther's artist score. God, I love her music so much. I'm so glad I did this video, because if for literally nothing else, I did this video because I heard Stateside and I thought it sounded incredible, and then I did a Pink Panther's deep dive while I was working on this video, and it's easily like I'm so glad that I became a Pink Panthers fan, man. My favorite song of hers is Passion, besides Stateside remix probably, and nah, I like Passion more. I think I like Passion more. That's tough. Probably Passion. My least favorite song is Blue. Yeah, man. Let's go into our first place person, which you all know by now because you know all the 12 artists who are going to be in this video, so let's just get into it.
God, it's brutal out here.
Olivia Rodrigo has so much that I want to talk about within her music that I am going to be making a separate video after her new album is out, going over all 3 of her albums, but just know she's number 1. And you got baited. You gotta wait longer for number 1. Hey. Who's ready for the humiliation ritual? Now he's think about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh. Switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. I can't relate to desperation. Might give a fucks or on vacation. And I got this one boy, and he won't stop calling. When they act this way, I know I got him. Too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and I perfumed for you. Down. I know a Mountain Dew for you. That morning coffee brewed for you. One touch and I brand new it for you. Now he's think about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh. Switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. Hey, oh. I'm working late, cause I'm a singer. Oh, he looks so cute, wrapped around my finger. My twisted humor, make him laugh so often. My honeybee, come and get this pollen, what the fuck? And too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and I perfumed it for you. Down. I know a Mountain Dew for you. That morning coffee brewed it for you. One touch and I brand new it for you. Yeah, bitch. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh. Switch it up like Nintendo, so you can't sleep. Baby, I know that's that me espresso. Think about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. So you can't sleep. Baby, I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo, so you can't sleep. Baby, I know that's that me espresso. That is that me espresso. That's that me espresso.